Hello, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. Big up to for your support. Big up for everyone that subscribed over the past day after the crash out on Lewis's channel. I'm not exactly proud of that, but listen, I'm glad that other people enjoyed it. But yeah, cool. It is what it is. Shout out to Lewis, Northside, and Jay every single time. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you are subscribing. We are not letting our foot off the necks of people this week. I am not come here to play around. I've come here to cook. And to be honest, I'm kind of just carrying on from yesterday, to be honest, because I briefly touched upon it on Lewis's channel when talking about the Fullkrug interview, talking about Jay Bothroyd and Jamie O'Hara. I didn't really give my full thoughts because my head was so gone. But I've cooked Sufo this week. I've cooked a lot of people, and you're going to kind of see for the next few weeks kind of a theme of that. I'm going to continue to just start cooking people, to be honest, due to their opinion on West Ham United, because I've kind of had enough, to be honest with you. And I'm building a platform for myself, so I kind of have to use it to grow and to also put my voice out there as a West Ham fan of why I'm not happy with these people's opinions. But let's get straight into it. Now, what the fuck am I talking about, you might ask? Well, Fullkrug did an interview talking about the players and the mentality of the game where we failed to push up the pitch, and the manager's tactics are very clear and stuff like that as well. And obviously Sky Sports and everyone's talking about it. And for some reason, Sky Sports have given Jamie O'Hara and Jay Bothroyd a show where they talk week in, week out. I don't watch Sky Sports. I haven't watched Sky Sports in a very long time. And this is kind of the reason why people don't watch anymore. I generally don't know anyone in real life that are going to tune in to a show with Jay Bothroyd and Jamie O'Hara. Now, obviously, I can't react to it on here because copyright. My channel will get a strike because it's a company's thing. But I am going to respond to their comments. And this is kind of my problem. This is kind of my problem with punditry. Is everyone likes to talk about fans like, cool, you haven't played the game. You haven't played the game, so how do you know, sort of thing. And every time people get like a pundit that's like an ex-player on their show, etc., it's like they're the oracle because they've played the game before. Now, we went through this on Lewis's channel yesterday, but Jay Bothroyd's biggest club he ever played for was fucking Cardiff, bro. Jamie O'Hara, I'll let you know what Jamie O'Hara's more known for. Jamie O'Hara cheated on Daniel Lloyd. Jamie O'Hara has been accused of beating up Daniel Lloyd. Jamie O'Hara is more known for getting dropped on Big Brother and dropped by Arsenal's academy than anything in football of him playing for Wolves and Tottenham. I'm not trying to hear anything from Jamie O'Hara, a man who goes on TalkSport to rage bait. I'm not trying to hear anything from these two. I don't care about. No one goes on Sky Sports. No one goes on their TV to watch Jay Bothroyd and Jamie O'Hara and like literally trying to listen to their opinion. The only time people are genuinely listening to Jamie O'Hara is the sports bar on TalkSport, where they've just got it on their car or some shit, where they're listening to the radio. And even then, it's not because they're generally interested in their opinion, it's because they find them somewhat entertaining. But as a former player of the game, you're meant to give some form of analysis. Now, Jay Bothroyd said that Fullkrug didn't have a good game. If Jay Bothroyd had any sense, we didn't give the ball to Fullkrug in the first half, and when we did, he actually did things. But also in the second half, what the fuck was he meant to do? He gave the ball to the wingers. He gave the ball to Kudus, Bowen, and Guilherme. He didn't get the ball back. We don't ever test the keeper, but people will still continue to blame strikers at this club. People still continue to blame strikers at this club when we never ever give them service. And then when they do get one or two chances, they get criticised for having one or two chances. You should be able to create enough for your team where your striker's having a handful of chances, and then you can criticise them on that, whether they finish them or not. Fullkrug did his job. He was actually trying to set pace, trying to press from the front, etc., but that didn't work. Jay Bothroyd also said that Fullkrug was covering the fact of going for the manager. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't, just because he said the manager's message is clear, and apparently that's covering going for the manager and stuff. No, that's not true. He's going for the players because he says it's a mentality thing. He says a mentality thing, and if any West Ham fan would tell you that going 1-0 up and then sitting back after that, it's not a coach thing. It's a mentality thing. It happened under Lopetegui, happened under Moyes, happened under Bilic, happened under Pellegrini. It's been happening for all my life. So it's not. He's not talking about the manager. So any West Ham fan can attest for the fact that it's never been a manager thing when it comes to what he's talking about. But it's also the audacity. It's the audacity to say that he's not allowed to call that stuff out because he's been injured and he's not having a good season. So if you have a big injury and you see a problem in the club, you're not allowed to say anything because you've got back-to-back injuries. This is stupid. I don't like Sky Sports talking about West Ham. I don't. Because you know what? When we were finishing 6th and 7th and stuff like that as well, I did not hear Sky Sports give credit to David Moyes and West Ham United at the time. But all these media outlets and news outlets had the audacity to talk about be careful what you wish for when West Ham fans wanted David Moyes out. But you didn't even give him any credit in the first place. When we won the Conference League, everyone was calling it a shit trophy. So I'm not trying to hear anything from media outlets and stuff like that as well. They have no integrity whatsoever, and they're just there for the bag. Which, with all due respect, to take care of your family and stuff, maybe Jimmy O'Hara should have thought about taking care of his family when he was cheating on his missus beforehand, instead of just trying to sell your soul for TalkSport and stuff like that as well. Maybe you should think about that, maybe a bit more. With Jay Bothroyd, who gives a fuck about what Jay Bothroyd is saying? Because apparently only Jared Bowen, because he's the captain, is allowed to talk about West Ham's problems. However, Bowen is not the one that went up for the interview. As much as he is the captain, that's what a captain's meant to do. So when the captain's not fucking saying anything, as a senior player, which nobody's expecting it from Fullkrug in the first place to even talk about it, but as a senior player, when you see a problem and you have that much experience and you've been at big clubs before, you step up and you talk about it. There's a big difference in that. But apparently, you're not allowed to, just because if you're injured, you're not allowed to talk. And we're going to act like this guy isn't going to take like Fullkrug isn't going to take responsibility for, like, he doesn't think he can improve as a veteran on his performances. That acts like, because Fullkrug wasn't perfect, that he's not even addressed that himself. Just because he didn't address that in an interview, where you think he's just going to go around and just be like, I didn't do anything wrong, it's everyone else's fault. Do you really think he's going to be like that? If anyone that's actually like that, doesn't really make it to the top level of football. Even at West Ham, even at a club like us. So I'm not trying to hear it from Jay Bothroyd or Jamie O'Hara. I'm not. I don't care. Jamie O'Hara is known for things more off the pitch than on the pitch. Jay Bothroyd isn't known for anything. But well done to his agent for getting him the Sky Sports gig. Hope you're proud, mate. But listen, people, we're going to be back at 10 with Prime. We're live at 10 p.m, people, for Footy Talk. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're nearly on 900 subscribers. We're really close to 1K. So we're trying to reach that before the end of the season. So if you could subscribe if you're new, that would be great. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, at 10 p.m. then tomorrow. Take care and peace.